just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
The entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the Tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Lane's Body Shop, Automotive Collision Repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mixing Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete. Concrete products and aggregate charge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey kids! This month, it's time for Grossenberg's Coloring Contest. Get it off your April calendar, or just stop into any of the Grossenberg 9 locations and pick up a coloring sheet. All you have to do is color it and bring it back to any of Grossenberg Implement's parts departments and be eligible for a $100 gift certificate. This is good for any child from 6 till 12 years old. See any of the Grossenberg locations for more information today.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Good evening. Welcome back to Prentice Park, home of the Vermillion Tanager High School baseball squad as they play host to Region 1B foe, the Elk Point Jefferson Huskies. Thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch. Alongside me, Spencer Buley got you covered for the 6 o'clock start. Varsity game only here tonight at Prentice Park. Elk Point Jefferson, they come in on the season 4-1 overall. They currently sit at 43 seed points even, which is second in Region 1B at that 4-1 record against Class B opponents. Vermillion at 5-2, they currently sit fifth, 41.714, but again, quite a bit of season left to go, and a couple of those top teams, they'll start dropping down once they play some more opponents. Also, Elk Point Jefferson, they come in 9th overall if you look at the seed points in the entirety of Class B. Starting off in the infield and outfield for Vermillion, Carson Preister out in left, Mikey Robe in center, Noah Nygren in right field. Across the infield, left, right, Carter Hansen at third, Connor Peterson at short, Trey Hansen at second base, Jack Moskowitz at first. Tate Haig behind the plate, and doing the pitching this evening for Vermillion is Hayden Christofferson as he stands in there, winds. First pitch, going to be downstairs, called ball number 1. First pitch, 5:58 p.m., 77 degrees and windy here in Vermillion. Leading off for Elk Point is Grayson Gerard, the catcher, number 14. Luke Swadek, the second baseman, will follow, and Keaton Gale on the mound for Elk Point Jefferson. He will be the 3-hole hitter. That is why you clip down your papers when you're done reading them there, Spencer. Got things flying all over the place. The 2-0 pitch going to be in there, called strike number 1. Wind blowing in from left center, according to that flagpole out in center field. It was blowing sharply out of the south earlier today as Gerard grounds one over to short. Peterson, a couple hops and a fire over to first, and it's in time for out number 1, the 6-3 putout. First out of the ball game. Luke Swadek, the second baseman, will come to the plate. Again, the wind sharply out of the south earlier today. Would have been blowing out. Now it's starting to shift as fronts move through, weather moves through, and hopefully moves past us with no issues. One out here in the top of 1. First pitch, Swadek inside for a ball. Vermillion is fresh off the heels of a 2-1 loss to the Parkston Trojans up in Parkston on Saturday, a game that went 11 innings. The 1-0 grounded sharply to third and foul. John Gale over there at third base. He's officially 1 for 1. Good fielding percentage for him so far in the ball game. In a game where neither team could really get anything going offensively, Vermillion was 4 for 39 from the plate, and Parkston 6 for 34 in that 2-1 win. That one again grounded sharply foul for Swadek. Both of the star pitchers, you would say, for Vermillion pitched in that ball game, got him burned up for this one. Nolan Nygren, 94 pitches on 7 complete innings, scattered 5 hits, 1 run earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Jack Moskowitz took the official loss in the bottom of the 11th. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts on 60 pitches, and 16 batters faced. Again, 2-1 loss, 11 innings on Saturday. Vermillion trying to pick up win number 6 of the season here. A 1-2 grounded over the left side of the infield. Carter Hansen comes on, and he will fire over to first and in time. 5-3 put out for out number 2 of the inning.
It's a good rebound from Christofferson. You know, he had a little bit of a tough time finding the zone early on to start this inning, but he's been back pumping strikes and threw a lot to that last batter there. Has kind of Elk Point Jefferson out in front of the baseball right now, but credit the Elk Point Jefferson 1-2-hole hitters for putting the bat on the ball early.
First pitch to Keaton Gale, going to miss, called ball number 1. Gale in the season, 3 for 15 for a 200 batting average. Has walked 2 times, struck out 6 for a 400 on-base percentage. Again, he's also starting on the mound in the bottom half of the first. 2-0, that's in there. Or strike number 1. Scott Landy behind home plate tonight, and Jason Seats out there on the bases. Again, just one game, varsity only between these two squads. Fouled back. Over the fence to the road, it looks like. Not very many chasers going after there. 2-2 going to miss just in, ball 3. That'll fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of 1. Christofferson trying to get out of the top 3 up, 3 down. The 3-2, that one's grounded over. Left side of the infield. Peterson charges, he fires, and it is in time for out number 3. 6-3, 5-3, and 6-3. 3 up, 3 down for Elk Point Jefferson as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Elk Point Jefferson 0, Vermillion yet to bat. That's on the way next. Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out Team Apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park, bottom half of the first inning. Up there warming up for Elk Point Jefferson. Keaton Gale, number 8, he will take the mound for the 4th time this season. Second start so far. We'll get you more of his numbers as he goes on. Around the outfield for Elk Point Jefferson, number 13, Levi Hansen out and left. The center fielder is number 32, Ashton Fairbanks, and right fielder is number 2, Trey Vanderweert. Around the infield, third baseman number 2, Wyatt Harity. Shortstop number 5, Brody Van Rokel. Second baseman number 17, Luke Swanek, and the first baseman is number 34, Jace Schatzwell. Nolan Nygren up bat first for Vermillion. He will bunt one softly down the third baseline, and it will stay fair. Infield single for Nolan Nygren gets things started for Vermillion. Grayson Gerard is the catcher for Elk Point Jefferson. Again, the pitcher, Keaton Gale. Second start, he's 1-0. Fourth appearance, he has 1 save on his 1 save opportunity. 4 hits allowed, make that 5 on the season. 2 runs, which were both earned. 4 walks, 13 strikeouts on 34 batters faced coming into it. First pitch, going to miss for Mikey Robe, the center fielder.
Cole, I tell you what, you go back to that last bunt from Nolan Nygren. It's not often that you see a righty beat out the bunt single that easily. That was a perfectly placed bunt. It's a great time to do it. You know, defense a little bit on their heels. They're not quite expecting that on that first pitch of the game.
2-0 delivery. That one's grounded and will be foul down the third baseline. Here to give chase for about 2 steps. Nolan Nygren will make his way back to first. He was just about all the way to second base by the time that ball went foul. Gale sets. He'll fire back over to first. Not going to be in time. Nygren back in plenty of time over at first base. Gale checks and fires in. That one's going to be a strike called at the knees for strike number 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. 1 runner on. Nolan Nygren over there at first base for Vermillion. Good size lead over at first as well. Gale checks and fires home. That one's going to be fouled back just off the top of the net. Would have almost landed on the road.
And he does away with his belt.
Who did?
Pitcher.
Oh, I did see a belt fly from somewhere. Wasn't quite sure if it came from the dugout or came from the field, but
if my eyes and 10 seconds worth of memory served me correct, I think Keaton Gale just tossed off his belt.
2-2 going to glance off the bat and foul for Robe. Ran inside and hit off the knob end of the bat, it sounded like, from up here.
Yeah, I just didn't quite get that left shoulder turned into it. Just left the handles out there. It's lucky that didn't catch a hand because, man, you take one with your hands gripping that bat, it's broken fingers all day long. Lucky it would have been an off-speed.
As somebody who's taken a foul ball off the hand, does not feel good. Robe laces one. Van Rokel got it at short, so an L6 for the putout. Good awareness there by Nygren to get back. And that'll be out number 1.
Shortstop, number 1, Connor Peterson.
Brings up Connor Peterson. Shortstop for Vermillion. 1 on and 1 out. You can see getting a little darker. Clouds coming through. Officially in a severe thunderstorm watch is Clay County from now until 11 p.m. Check back to first. Nygren there in plenty of time once again. Got a couple scattered thunderstorms around the area as well. Called strike in there to Connor Peterson. Just north of Yankton, there's one just between Elk Point and Ponca right now. Also a little shower moving through. The 0-1, that one's fouled. Brings the count to 0-2.
Well, we saw Gale with 2 strikes ahead on previous batter go breaking ball to Mikey Robe. It's got 0-2 here, of course. That last count was 2-2, but see if he puts one around the plate at all.
0-2. High cheese, swinging a miss. For strike 3, first strikeout of the ball game, second out of the inning. Again, Keaton Gale strikes out just over 30% of the batters he's faced so far, again making his 4th appearance on the bump for Elk Point.
Yeah, and that was a good spot. That was well placed upstairs. 0-2 count. That's a tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
2 outs brings up Trey Hansen. He will watch ball 1 just outside. Trey at second base. The 1-0 upstairs. Brings the count 2-0. That one's swung on, driven out into right. Vanderweert ranges over. He's not able to make the grab, and it goes past him. Nygren's rounding third. He's going to come home. Trey Hansen with the stand-up double. Make that an RBI double as well for Trey. Early 1-0 lead for Vermillion here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, great poke there by Hansen. Got a nice barrel on it. And then out in right field, just a little bit of a poor angle taken on it by our right fielder out there for Elk Point Jefferson. For Vanderweert.
And now, when nobody was looking, except for Chad Peterson, Trey Hansen snags third. So 2 outs brings up Jack Moskowitz. He will ground back to Gale, who will lob it over to first. 1-3 put out. We're out number 3. But in the bottom of the first, Vermillion gets a run on 2 hits. No errors they do. Strand 1 runner on base. After 1 complete, it's 1-0 in favor of Vermillion. Back with the top of 2 after this.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Well, it helps if I put my microphone up there. Spencer Buley, welcome back, Prentice Park. Top of the second inning, Elk Point Jefferson brings up the center fielder Ashton Fairbanks, number 32. He's going to sky one. Shallow outfield, and Trey Hansen ranges back. Fly out to second base for out number one. Fairbanks, the center fielder, goes down on one pitch, brings up the shortstop, number 5, Brody Van Rokel. Gonna watch first pitch outside. Van Rokel, he'll pop one up once again. Trey will make about 2 steps over to his left for out number 2. Van Rokel on the season, 1 for 9. Brings to the plate Wyatt Harity, the third baseman. Number 2, he is 3 for 15. On the season, all 3 singles, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. He's going to pop one foul over the Elk Point dugout and over the right side bleacher area. The 0-1 going to miss. That'll even it up 1-1. And really we'll have a quick turnaround as tomorrow they will take on Freeman, Canastota, Marion at 6 o'clock. That game in Freeman. Ripped up the middle for a base hit. Wyatt Harity gets his 4th single of the season. First hit of the ball game for Elk Point Jefferson. That brings up the left fielder, number 13, Levi Hansen. In my earlier point, Vermillion plays Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and then upcoming next on May 3rd. They will take on Beresford at 1 o'clock. Beresford and Baltic will play at 3:30, and Vermillion and Baltic will play at 6 o'clock. Wishful thinking, but we're hoping to have both those Vermillion games right here on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. 1-0 to Hansen, swung on and missed strike 2, but you know how strike 1, excuse me. What I meant. But have a USD softball game that's slated to get started at 11. And then this game on Saturday is scheduled to start at 1. So we'll see if I can make that work. You know, Spencer Buley, he's been known to...
11-1 is tough.
I know it is.
That's tough. I tried to pull that last week.
I know you did.
2 weeks ago.
That's what I was about to mention. And the last time at a USD softball game, it went 12 innings.
Oh, my goodness.
And then the second half of the doubleheader got lightninged out / it was too dark out. So we'll see how my luck continues. USD needs to pick a couple of wins. Lost the series,
they do.
Lost the series 2-1 last weekend to NDSU. Play the bottom team in the league, Kansas City. If I'm not mistaken, Hansen flies one. Going to go foul. Going to get pushed a little bit by the breeze. And fouled on the third baseline. Carter Hansen gave chase as far as he could.
I'll be over at the Lillibridge track complex. Can't help you out, Cole, fortunately.
Is that the USD last chance meet or whatever they're calling it?
That's a great question.
What is it called?
It's above my pay grade, as you would say.
I mean, not like you're competing in it or anything.
No, yeah. To me, it's called a track meet.
For you, it's called I go out and jump.
Run fast, jump high.
Is that the final one then before Summit League?
2 more. 1 more after this one. That'll be the tune-up, is what they call it this year.
Oh. Yeah, I can't keep track. I try. See what I did there? Deuces wild. Levi Hansen swinging a miss for strike number 3. First strikeout for Christofferson and the third out. Top of the second inning, no runs on a hit, none errors, and 1 left on base for Elk Point Jefferson. We head to the bottom of the second. Vermillion still with a 1-0 lead, back with the bottom of 2 after this.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athletes.
Welcome back, Prentice Park, bottom of the second inning. Tate Haig, he will sky one over to first base. Shatswell ranged over to his right and then took a couple steps to his left in foul territory for out number 1. As the wind picking up a little bit with some energy in the air. And in the area, you can see the clouds to the north. That's going all the way from us. That started north of Yankton. It's what we can see behind us is what we're trying to avoid. Carter Hansen, third baseman, he will watch ball 1 downstairs. Keaton Gale still working on the mound. Gave up a bunt single, first pitch of the inning, and gave up a rocket of a double. But other than that, seemed to be working pretty good there on the mound in that first inning.
He did. That he did. He pitched to contact, got a couple ground balls. Both these pitchers have done well so far this game, pitching to contact, just like we see here, another ground ball.
Soft little grounder right back to the mound. Gale comes off the mound, makes the play 1-3 for out number 2. Brings up the pitcher number 4, Hayden Christofferson. He'll step up, the 8-hole hitter for Vermillion. Again, Vermillion comes in 5-2 so far in their season, ranked 5th in the region, but a lot of baseball left to play. Still a couple weeks left. 8 more regular season games for Vermillion coming up after this one. The 0-1 fouled back 0-2. And then make it to your region, get through your region, qualify for state up in Brookings. All coverage on Live Ticket TV. Good chance that myself and Spencer Buley will be on the call for some of those games. 0-2 to Christofferson. Loops one over to second base. Swadek will make the play for out number 3 for Vermillion in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, none. Left on base after 2 complete. It is 1-0 in favor of the Tanagers. Back with the third after this.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregate, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete. I know.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Top of the third inning, Jace Schatzwell, the first baseman, number 34, steps in there. For EPJ, you watch his ball 1, now ball 2. Going to miss up and in. On the season for Jace Schatzwell, he is 2 for 16, a 125 hitter. Watches strike 1 in there, inside part of the plate. Wind picking up ever so slightly and still blowing in from about left center. So again, going to need quite the poke, as you normally do, to even think about getting it out in Prentice Park. With the high walls and just the dimensions. Again, 300 to left, 354 to the scoreboard in left center, 367 to center, 354 to right center, and 336 down the right field line. Pretty pitcher-friendly park here at Prentice.
I think I've only seen one home run hit in my time here working for Vermillion.
Jace Schatzwell goes down looking. Strikeout number 2 for Hayden Christofferson. That'll be out number 1 in the third. That brings to the plate the designated hitter number 7, Drew Gary. Gary on the season is 0 for 5, making his third appearance at the plate. Again, DHing for Vanderweert out there in right, and he watches a strike called. 0-1 going to miss upstairs. This is pitch number 37 for Hayden Christofferson. Inside part of the plate for a called strike number 2. Christofferson, yet to go through the full order. Breaking ball, called strike number 3. Inside part of the plate for out number 2, and through 2 2/3 innings. Christofferson works through the entire lineup. 38 pitches. Brings up the top of the order. Grayson Gerard, the catcher. 0 for 1, grounded out to Peterson.
Yeah, Christofferson's working well. He's found the zone. He's in his rhythm now. As I mentioned earlier, both these pitchers playing well. Again, it was kind of just a poor pursuit out in right field that let the Vermillion Tanagers find a run across, but it's been good pitching so far from both these guys.
First pitch goes fouled on the first base line. The 0-1 going to miss outside, ball 1. Gerard grounds one over to second. Trey Hansen fires over. 4-3 put out. 4 out number 3. So 4 EPJ in the top of the third. No, and no. 3 up and 3 down. Way to the bottom of the third with Vermillion leading 1-0. Bottom of 3 after this.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Bottom of the third inning for Vermillion brings up Carson Preister, the left fielder. Bottom of the order, Keaton Gale still working pretty well on the mound for EPJ. Preister rips one to left, going back, and it's at the wall in fair ground. Preister will have a stand-up double that carried about 310 feet out to left field. We talked about it being a pretty pitcher-friendly park. That ball was ripped.
Yeah, it hit warning track. I mean, that carried all grass in the outfield. Man, Preister, that was up in his wheelhouse. He likes those high pitches. He goes after it with almost what seems to be a little bit of a tomahawk swing that can get up there. And, man, he got every bit of that with a lot of bat speed.
Third hit of the ball game for Vermillion. Had 2 in the first with a Nygren bunt single, who is now up to bat. He squares, and he does not square to bunt. Ball's going to skip in there, and Preister will advance to third. And now he got time called, so Gerard can reach strap his shin guards. Looks like he's got plenty of them loose, and just got the top one and the bottom one going, so we'll see about that. Wind picking up a little bit in from dead center.
Yeah, worth noting how impressive that hit was. That's into the wind out there.
1-0 to Nygren, going to miss for ball 2.
Because you can see it kind of picking up the dirt, blowing towards the EPJ dugout. I mean, he hit that thing on a rope. Now Nygren, all he needs to do, anything on the ground here, corners aren't in, so.
Nygren's going to pop one out to left. Hanson will range back and make the grab. Preister will tag, and he will not even have to slide. Nice sacrifice fly there for Nolan Nygren. For out number 1, Carson Preister comes home to score, and Vermillion increases on their lead 2-0 on some pretty good hitting.
Yeah, great execution. They're jumping all over the pitches that they want, and mentioned Nygren could have done a ground ball, but that works perfectly as well. You get one high up into the outfield. There's not that many outfielders in this world that are going to be hosing people at home, especially, Carson Preister's a long guy. He can cover some ground and comes across easy.
Brings up Mikey Robe. He'll rip one out into center, but ranging over and making the grab is Fairbanks for the L8 for out number 2. So far, through 3 batters here in this third inning for Vermillion, a lot of very solid contact.
Yeah, and they're producing with runners on base as well. That's the biggest piece. I mean, talk about the contact. If you're Mikey Robe, you can't hang your head about that at all. That's just a hard hit ball on a line drive. You're playing the percentages, and you rip it right back up the middle, hit it just a touch too hard.
Connor Peterson struck out swinging in the first. He's going to ground one over to third. Harity fields it on a couple hops and fires over to first in time. 5-3 put out for out number 3. But Vermillion, they'll get a run on a hit, no errors, and none left on base. After 3 complete innings, it's Vermillion 2, EPJ 0. Back with the top of the 4th after this.
Hey kids, this month it's time for Grossenberg's Coloring Contest. Get it off your April calendar, or just stop into any of the Grossenberg 9 locations and pick up a coloring sheet. All you have to do is color it and bring it back to any of Grossenberg Implement's parts departments and be eligible for a $100 gift certificate. This is good for any child from 6 till 12 years old. See any of the Grossenberg locations for more information today.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no-obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Prentice Park, top of the 4th inning for Elk Point Jefferson. Decently hit ball for Luke Swadek, and it's fielded by Carson Preister out there in left field. Now 7 for out number 1. So far, through these last couple 1.5 innings or so, both teams making solid contact with the baseball.
Yeah, and some of that comes as well from the pitchers finding the zones a little bit more. I feel like right now a lot of the hitters are stepping up to bat. They're ready to hit. They're expecting fastballs, and just like you see it right there, they're ready to try and jump all over it.
Keaton Gale flies one that would normally be plenty fair, but the wind just pushes it foul. You can see Nygren out there giving chase. It seemed like it would have been about 5-ish feet inside the line and ended up on top of the batting cage.
Yeah, I thought Nygren was going to be all over that. I thought for sure that was a set-in-stone flyout out there in right field. Not many games this time of year I feel like that aren't filled with 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts, or 20-mile-an-hour steady winds gusting upwards of 35, 40 miles an hour. Seems to be the nature of spring ball, especially out here in Vermillion.
One to Gale, going to miss. Ball 2.
Also know it from pole vaulting in this.
Yeah,
that's where the wind really starts to matter.
Yes, it does. As you proved at the Drake Relays. what days were those again? Was it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Drake relays?
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, I have my days all in a. It's Monday today. That's all I know. We have 4 days left of school. That's what I know.
True that.
4 days left of school, and Spencer's going to Syracuse, New York.
Scary thought.
That is a good point. John Gale out there, still 1,000% or 1,000 fielding percentage out there in the third base coaching box. He's 2 for 2. As the count is also 2-2. 1 out to Keaton Gale. He's going to swing, dribble one down again, and foul. Carter Hansen got that one and then lobbed it back to the dugout as we already had a new baseball in play. 2-2 once again for Christofferson. He winds, fires. That one's downstairs, ball 3, so good job by Gale. Really working the count here, and, by far the longest at-bat we've seen so far in the ball game.
Yeah, Gale's being patient. He's fighting off the ones that he's not putting good barrels on.
Going to dribble one once again to third. Carter Hansen fires over, not in time. Even with the low throw, I'm going to say that Gale would have gotten there anyway, so a base hit for Keaton Gale. Going to help himself out there on the offensive side of things. Second hit of the ball game for Elk Point Jefferson. That brings up Ashton Fairbanks. Popped out to Trey Hansen at second to begin the second inning. First pitch going to miss, ball 1.
It's a tough play for Hansen over there at third. Ball wasn't hit quite as hard as, earlier in the game. We saw Peterson make a great play over at shortstop, kind of running in, scoops it up, throws it on the run, but a little bit of a farther throw for Hansen, and ball wasn't quite hit as hard. And some good speed over there to first base, definitely an infield hit.
1-0 pitch is going to miss. Haig popped up fast and faked a back pick over to first. Now a swing and a miss for strike 1 for Fairbanks. Tate Haig trying to keep Keaton Gale in check. Not give him a free bag because as the wind keeps on picking up, that throw down to second gets even harder.
Absolutely. And especially, in a 2-0 game, every bag is so important. And as we've seen, anything can really happen with guys in the scoring position.
Especially when you think fresher than memory, that Saturday game, that 2-1 loss to Parks in 11 innings. Really just 4 hits on 39 at-bats. So they know the importance of getting every single batter, and
didn't get it.
I think that was going to be a tough hop.
That was steaming, too. It had some heat on it.
It was. Not even sure if old Tommy Heisinger could have gotten that one. Looks like it skipped weird off the grass, so we'll give John Gale over there benefit of the doubt. 2-2 pitch gonna miss for ball 3. Fills up the count. 3-2. Gale on first, just 1 out. He does not go, and it's ball 4 to Ashton Fairbanks. First walk issued in the ball game for Hayden Christofferson, who now, through the first 3 innings was humming and seems to be slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, he's struggling here. He's up to 58 pitches, which I think is something that's going to become important, especially as this game continues to move on. You just don't want to keep piling on the pitch count in these innings.
1-2, out into right field. Excuse me, runners on first and second. It was Brody Van Rokel, the batter. He will get a base hit out into right. That will send Fairbanks to second and Keaton Gale to third. So with 1 out here in the top of the 4th and the bases completely full, Wyatt Harity, the third baseman, steps to the plate. He is 1 for 1, singled, and was stranded in the second inning. First pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike number 1.
It's a big out here for Vermillion. It'll free your corners up, but obviously any ground ball here gives chance for a double play. One up the middle would be awfully nice for the Tanagers.
Another big swing and a miss. Strike number 2.
But the one thing about having bases loaded and not just a stranded runner over at third is obviously that force out at home.
Harity grounds one to third, glances off of Carter Hanson's glove. Peterson picks it up, no play over at first. Going to call it a hard hit ground ball and a single for Wyatt Harity. RBI as well as Gale comes across to score. Fairbanks to third, Van Rokel to second base. Makes the score 2-1. And now a plunked batter as Levi Hansen gets drilled in the helmet. So a hit by pitch brings Fairbanks across to score, Van Rokel to third, and Harity to second base. And now we're going to get conversation on the mound for Vermillion and Spencer for Hayden Christofferson. It just seems like more of, we've got to settle down a little bit. I mean, Elk Point Jefferson's doing a good job of being more patient, but, I mean, just got to kind of slow down a little bit, get back into that groove you had going in those first 3 innings.
Yeah, baseball, I mean, it's a game in which the catastrophes are always amplified, right? It's every, you can have, obviously 3 complete perfect shutout innings there, but then you get to the 4th and all of a sudden, a couple walks and your pitcher can't find the zone, and then with guys on, you have some plays in the infield that could have been made, but you don't make them, and the snowball effect is very common, and you just got to find a way to settle down. Christofferson just has to keep pitching to contact. He has to keep trusting his fielding, try and get a ground ball here, try and get a double play, and just let his fielders play. Fielders got to relax and just be athletes out there.
Again, started off the 4th inning. Luke Swadek flew out to Preister out and left. Keaton Gale with a single. Fairbanks drew a walk. Van Rokel with a single. Harity with a single. Levi Hansen hit by a pitch. And now Jace Schatzwell as well, hit by a pitch.
Yeah, it's a mental battle right now for Christofferson on the mound. Just that catcher's glove is getting smaller and smaller along with the strike zone in his eyes.
First pitch called strike to Drew Gary, the designated hitter. He struck out looking for Christofferson's 3rd strikeout and the 2nd out of the 3rd inning. 0-1 down and in, ball 1. Again, Elk Point Jefferson also now has taken the lead 3-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-1, miss outside, ball 2.
For Christofferson, he's got to make sure he's not trying to guide it in there right now. I mean, he still has to be aggressive because that's when he's going to be throwing his best pitches. That's when he's going to be finding his zone, is when he's just letting it rip and just relaxed. But I'm sure he's thinking a lot about hitting the zone, and especially, of course, now with it in your head, he's trying to probably avoid hitting batters, and he's running into a little bit slower arm speed and just trying to guide it in there.
3-1 grounded up the middle. Hansen over to second out there, and the double play for the Vermillion Tanager defense. Gary goes down 4-6-3. That will be the 3rd out of the 4th inning, but Elk Point Jefferson, they did their damage. 3 runs on 3 hits, no Vermillion errors, and they strand 2 on base after 3.5. Here at Prentice Park, it is 3-2 in favor of Elk Point Jefferson, back with the bottom half of the 4th after this.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Prentice Park. Bottom of the fourth inning for the Vermillion Tanagers. Trey Hansen, 1 for 1 with an RBI double. Back in the first so far in the ball game. He's going to pop one first base side, and it's going to go well foul. Again, pop up would have been about 3 steps off the bag. Now with the wind that is continuing to pick up and the air that is starting to get a little cool, that one goes almost to the fence before it lands, and Trey Hansen goes down 0-2.
I noticed that breeze temperature is starting to get lower and lower. Not seeing much of a change in the weather threat as what we discussed earlier.
0-2, checks a swing. Pitch going to miss. Did not go. Make it 1-2. Getting a severe thunderstorm watch. A couple warnings around us to the north and to the west, and Trey Hansen swings and misses. That's some junk down in the dirt. Second strikeout of the ball game for Keaton Gale. And that brings up Jack Moskowitz. Soft grounder back to Gale to end the first inning. And you can see at the bottom of the screen the full varsity schedule up to this point going through, as well as some upcoming games, where they're at, what days they are, and which ones we'll have right here. Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV. Again, hoping to get all 3 of them on Saturday, but we'll have to see about that one. Spencer's not around. Well, he is around, but he's competing, and that ball was inches away from nailing a car that's parked alongside the road.
So I am better off straight behind us, huh?
If you haven't learned that by now, then you haven't been paying much attention.
Thankfully, it hasn't been an issue I've ever had to worry about. Knock on wood.
(0-2) Keaton Gale. This will be delivery number 36 through 3 1/3. And it's grounded back up the middle. Van Rokel with a slow grounder. He fires over, and it's going to be in time. A 6-3 putout for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for Keaton Gale on the mound, who, after giving up a couple hot shots in the first, has really started to settle in and really find a very efficient groove on the bump.
Yeah, he's doing great. I mean, he just watched Christofferson fall into a little bit of a hole, but as you mentioned, pitch count fairly low, just 38 pitches. He's working very efficiently up there as we're through 3 2/3.
First pitch to Tate Haig. Going to miss for ball 1. He flew out to foul territory over there to Shatswell. Just in foul territory down the first base line. I'm going to miss outside now. Brings the count to 2-0. Gale winds and fires, going to miss away for ball 3. If memory serves me correctly, the first 3-0 count from Keaton Gale here in the ball game. Bounces in there, ball 4. First walk issued by Keaton Gale here in the ball game. Courtesy runner at first, Corbin Heckens. Come in to run for Tate Haig. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Keaton Gale's out looking around. He's waiting for home plate umpire Scott Lane to get the courtesy runner written in, and now we're ready to set.
This is an out EPJ needs here. They don't want to start giving any sort of momentum back to Vermillion after the big top of the 4th.
Throw over to
Gale needs to just go right back at the zone here.
Getting checked over to Heckens at first, and now the first pitch to Carter Hansen, inside part of the plate for strike number 1. He grounded back to Gale as well for the second out of the second inning.
I can't believe that I pulled up here 78 degrees, sweating like crazy, and I'm wishing I brought a jacket. I thought about that right before I left. I said, you know what? It's Vermillion. It's the Midwest. I should bring a jacket, and I didn't. As the temperature has dropped quite a bit, and we lost the sun.
Well, still according to the Weather Channel, it's 75, but winds out of the west-northwest continuously at 26, gusting as high as 35. Hansen grounds over to short. Fielder's choice, they'll get Heckens over there at second base on the 6-4 for out number 3. Vermillion? No runs, no hits, no errors, none. Or, excuse me, 1 left on base. After 4 complete innings, it is a after 4 innings, it is 3-2 for Elk Point and Jefferson, back with the top of the 5th after this.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a check mark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Grayson Gerard, he will pop one out to left, and battling the wind out there is Carson Preister. He'll make the grab F7 for out number 1, so nearly identical to how the top of the 4th started for Vermillion, but this time they just need to get a couple more outs in a row instead of single walk, single, hit by pitch, and 3 runs scored.
And Christofferson just needs to stay on the zone. I mean, he still needs to. Coaches have trust in him, obviously. Manager Tommy Heisinger has a lot of trust in his guy, so ride that trust, go out there, deliver, do your job, keep pitching to contact.
First pitch to Luke Swatek. Going to miss. The 1-0 called a strike at the knees. He is 0 for 2. Grounded out to Carter Hansen in the first and flew out to Carson Preister to begin the 4th inning. 1-1. Maverick buzzed the tower. Didn't quite get Swatek, so he'll stay in there. Count 2-1. Two-one skips in there, ball 3, and it'll bounce off the backstop. Didn't quite get a Joe Mauer grab, but
yeah, that sequence of pitches makes me think that him running inside on Swadek at the plate. Throwing the next one low outside, way in the dirt, just makes me think that it's more of a guarded pitch.
3-1 grounded over to short. Peterson fires over in time. 6-3 put out for out number 2.
Well, Peterson's made some great plays over at short today. He's had a couple of those now where they've been grounded over to him, and he's had to come in and make a little bit of a Jeter throw, running in off the foot, and he's got an arm. As you mentioned, he fired that thing over there.
I hope it wasn't a Jeter throw. Jeter wasn't a very good defensive shortstop. No further comment on that one?
I'll let it go. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say to that. How does one respond to that?
I don't know. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Are you not a knower of ball?
I guess not that much.
Keaton Gale skies one out to center. Mikey Robe will come in. F8 for out number 3. So 4 Elk Point and Jefferson in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. 3 up and 3 down. After 4.5, still 3-2 in favor of EPJ. Back with the bottom of the 5th after this.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. First batter for Vermillion, Hayden Christofferson. He's going to pop one to shallow right. Coming over and dropping the ball is Swadek. It's going to be an E4 into shallow right field. So Christofferson will advance. So first runner on for Vermillion. Brings the plate Carson Preister. 1 for 1. A double in the third. Advanced to third on a pass ball and scored. He squares, skies one down the third base line and foul. Well, good news here on my iPad. No lightning within 30 miles.
That is good news.
That's very good news. But again, wind picking up, blowing in from straight center field. And the temperature has dropped about 10 degrees since we started at least. Christofferson on first. Preister squares on the 0-1. He will pull back, and it's in there for called strike number 2.
Yeah, that probably would have been a better offering. I mean, the first one he tried to go after one that was kind of high, and you could hear the guys on the Vermillion side telling him, it's not a Not a must-have. You don't have to get it down on that specific pitch, but that one was a little bit outside. Would have forced him to put it down probably the first base line.
0-2, called strike 3 at the knees. Pricer goes down looking. It's the third strikeout for Keaton Gale on the bump. That brings up top of the order and Nolan Nygren. Nygren, 1 for 1. Singled on a bunt and scored in the first, and had a sacrifice fly in the third. 1 out, 1 runner on. Gale fires, especially the third time through this Vermillion lineup. Nygren leading things off. (1-0) inside part of the plate at the knees for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 runner on first for Vermillion, down 3-2. Sun gone behind the clouds. Clouds moving in from the southwest. Going to be lined out to center. Fairbanks ranges over and ranges a long way to right field, but he is able to make the grab. F8 in just about right field for out number 2. Just goes to show how much the wind is playing a factor the later this game gets.
Yeah, especially any ball that's kind of flared up into right field, right center field, along that right foul line. All that spin is being amplified by that wind coming in. It's a great catch out there by Fairbanks. I mean, he had to make the catch down low around his hip. I mean, he covered a lot of ground to get to that ball. I thought it was going to drop and be trouble.
Two outs here in the bottom of 5. Gale fires to Mikey Robe. He'll slap one and foul. And then, of course, in a classic South Dakota Storm season, we got a guy down the first base line mowing his lawn as the clouds and wind keeps on picking up. I will say he did start before this whole little cold spree came through, but he's been at it for a little while.
Like Robe had dirt in his eyes there. As you mentioned, the weather called for time. He's wiping out his eyes, signal to the umpire saying, I can't see.
He'll get reset. Gale fires home. Big cut and a miss for Robe for strike number 2.
Yeah, both these cuts from Mikey, he's been well behind him. That one looked like he decided to swing, as the ball's halfway across the plate, and the one before was kind of just it's a strike, and I know it's going to be a strike, so I throw the bat at it out there, but haven't quite seen him dialed in this at bat. This looks a little off.
The 0-2 runner goes, grounded right back up the middle. Swadek will come on and fire over to first in time. 4-3 put out for out number 3. So through 5 complete innings, it is still 3-2 in favor of Elk Point Jefferson. Back with the top of the 6th from Prentice Park after this.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Ashton Fairbanks, F9, out number 1 here in the 6th inning. We're just referencing the rule book there in that break. We are at an official completed game, so in the event of any inclement weather that comes in and we'll have to call this game off, we just go back and the final score as it sits right now would be 3-2 Elk Point Jefferson. And still a good sign on my weather radar. No lightning within 30 miles. Brody Van Rokel, the batter, is 1 for 2. Popped out to Trey Hansen in the 2nd inning and singled and scored in the 4th. 2-0, going to miss down and away, ball 3.
This is the shortstop, number 5, Brody Van Rokel.
So Christofferson down 3-0 in the count. We'll fire in. That one's going to miss away, ball 4. Second walk of the ball game issued by Christofferson. Brings up Wyatt Harity. He is 2 for 2. 2 singles and an RBI. First pitch skied. That's going to go foul over the net. Haig actually is going to chase it down, and he's going to get it right before the net. Foul out to the catcher, Haig. Out number 2. The way that one was skied up and the way the wind's been playing with these foul balls, I'm like, that might be out the road, but good job by Haig staying with it and getting the out.
Yeah, especially, I mean, that was perfect execution. He oriented himself the right way. I mean, he tracked it all the way to the net and had a beat on it the whole time. But you're right, Cole, with this wind, I mean, he's lucky. It kind of looked like it caught between gusts. There wasn't a lot of wind blowing at the moment, but that's still a really impressive play from Haig.
First pitch to Levi Hansen. Misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging, and had a RBI hit by pitch. Temperature officially dropped here to Vermillion to 69, so we're down. Let's see if I can do some mental math here. 13 degrees since first pitch. And the wind has only increased, blowing in from center field. 3-0. That one runs in, ball 4. Third walk by Christofferson. Brody Van Rokel goes to second base. Now we get time called and have a conversation on the mound. Is Vermillion going to be another one of those? We just say, all right, getting a little off there. Just settle things down once again. You just need one more out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be the bulk of the messages. We only need one more out, just pitch to contact here, get us a ground ball, let them put the ball in play, let our fielders make a play. I mean, it's been odd, Christofferson, both these walks that he's issued have been in straight 4 pitches. So it's just not, it's a little bit uncharacteristic of him, and he struggled a little bit this game, but to issue, 2 walks in the same inning where you're throwing 8 straight balls is just not what you see very often.
Now no change. 2 outs, 2 runners on, both via the walk. Jace Schatzwell, the first baseman, 0 for 1, struck out looking and was plunked. First pitch in there at the knees, called strike number 1. Christofferson sets and fires. Jetswell grounds one over to short. Peterson will fire over to third. Fielder's choice in the 6-5 putout. For out number 3. As for Elk Point and Jefferson, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base. After 5.5 innings played here at Prentice Park, it is 3-2 in favor of Elk Point and Jefferson, back with the bottom of the 6th after this.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park, 0-1. The batter, Connor Peterson, 0-2. So far here in the ball game, he struck out swinging and grounded out to Harity over at third base. Keaton Gale still on the bump for Elk Point Jefferson. Going to keep on working through this Vermillion order. He's done so in a pretty efficient fashion. That was just delivery number 56 for Keaton Gale. Through 5 complete innings of work. Number 57 is going to be popped down the first base line, and the wind's going to blow it foul by quite a ways. Got a couple kids giving chase. Oh, we got a collision out there. And looks like the little kid in the blue shirt's going to come up for some Tootsie Rolls. 1-2, that one's fouled back. Just about over the net.
Let's go, bud.
Whew. Getting a little chilly.
I wish I brought a jacket.
Well, when it was 85 degrees this morning, I didn't exactly plan on bringing a jacket here to Prentice Park. Peterson, soft dribble to third. Harity fires over, not in time. Good single there by Connor Peterson. Getting the Vermillion crowd up and at it here, trying to get some momentum going. Get another run across here in the bottom of the 6th.
Tanager's got some wheels, man. This team, any ground ball, there is no guarantee that play is going to be made over at first. I mean, as soon as that ball was hit, you see Peterson take off out of the box. I'm sitting here thinking there's no way he doesn't beat this out. I mean, the way he gets out of the box and has the speed down to first.
4th hit of the ball game for Vermillion. 2 runs on 4 hits. Aided by 1 EPJ error. Peterson goes. First pitch into Trey Hansen. Called a ball. Stolen base for Connor Peterson. Just like that, we've got some speed and scoring position, does Vermillion.
And 3 outs to work with. So lots of options here for Vermillion. You may see Trey square around to bunt, but I mean he's a good hitter, so maybe you rely on your guy to just drive Peterson in here.
Gale takes some time up there on the mound. They're really not holding Peterson on, at all. The 1-0 in there at the knees, strike number 1. Again, Peterson could take a much bigger lead there at second base. I mean, you can see it there on your screen. Swadek coming over a little bit, kind of faking a hold, but Van Rokel at short, he's nowhere near.
Yeah, I match the guy who's holding you on, and right now, if it's your second baseman, I mean, you can be a third of the way there to third base.
Trey Hansen being patient there at the plate. Watches ball number 2 inside. And I know for a fact our base umpire right now is wishing he would have brought the long sleeves, but then again, when it was 83 degrees when we started, don't exactly plan for those types of things. The 2-1 skips in there low. Good recovery that time by Gerard behind the plate to prevent Peterson from going over to third base because he was waiting.
He was. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of real estate to work with over there with the way they're letting him go. I mean, just no honesty between the middle infielders here holding them on.
No, I'm surprised he hasn't taken more of a lead. 3-1 misses upstairs, ball 4.
At what point for Peterson do you just watch the second baseman, and as soon as he starts to do his little hop skip back to his position, just take off?
But you also have to think, too, situationally, no outs,
right.
No real reason to risk that.
For sure, right. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough situation. It's a tough decision because you're exactly right. You don't want to run yourself into an out for absolutely no reason when you're in a position where a single scores you either way.
Jack Moskowitz, the batter, he's 0 for 2. He squares and pops one into the Elk Point Jefferson dugout and foul. Giving chase was Gerard. Didn't quite get there in time. Connor Peterson at first. Connor Peterson at second. Trey Hansen at first. 2 runners on. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th. As the temperature continues to drop, the wind staying steady, blowing quite a ways in from left center field. The 0-1, Moskowitz squares again. Gale fires over to third. It's going to be in time. Third to first, not in time. But the runner at third is out, so Peterson gunned down on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a tough evening for Vermillion executing the bunt, other than, of course, that leadoff single for Nolan Nygren, but the sack bunting hasn't quite been there tonight for the Tanagers.
Pinch runner at first. Matt Robe will step in for Jack Moskowitz. So Trey Hansen at second. Matt Robe at first. 1 out for Vermillion in the bottom of the 6th. Tate Haig popped out in foul territory to Schatzwell at first and walked and was gunned down on the fielder's choice for the final out of the 4th inning. He swings, skies one foul. Another reason why you don't park down the first base and right field line here at Prentice Park. The 0-1, Haig watches inside for ball 1. Will even up the count. Trey Hansen playing some mind games there with Keaton Gale. And he noticed that he doesn't have really anybody holding him on, and he's trying to fake a couple big leads. He'll take a couple big steps off.
I think he's thinking about going.
Gale fires home. Haig grounds over to short. Swadek fires over to Van Rokel in time, but safe at first. Trey Hansen goes home, and the throw goes away from Grayson Gerard. Tate Haig will advance to second base. And now we're going to get time called. We'll see how Bill scores this one. Fielder's choice will gun down Robe on the 4-6. Safe at first by Haig, and then E6 officially will send Haig to second and Trey Hansen home. So Vermillion. Oh, I hope nobody saw that. I know Chad Peterson did, and I know I did. No, I didn't see anything. So 3-3 now is the ball game. Carter Hansen is the batter. He fouls one back. Gale triple checks the runner. Now he'll fire. Hansen grounds it back up the middle. Swadek over to first. 4-3 put out for out number 3. Vermillion, they get a run back on a hit. An Elk Point Jefferson error, and they leave one on base. After 6 complete innings, we are knotted up 3 apiece here in this Region 1B matchup. Back with the top of the 7th after this.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athletes.
Welcome back to Prentice Park. Some defensive changes for Vermillion here in the top of the 7th inning. Coming into pitch will be Connor Peterson. Nolan Nygren to short. As a play over at first, Moskowitz will make the play on Drew Gary. 3 unassisted for 1 for the first out. So Christopherson to left, Preister will move over to right, Nygren to short, and Connor Peterson is the pitcher. For Vermillion, Hayden Christopherson closed the book on him. 6 innings pitched on 89 pitches, 4 hits, 3 runs allowed, which were all earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts on those 89 pitches. And Peterson now on the bump for Vermillion. Top of the order, and Grayson Gerard is up to bat for Elk Point Jefferson. He is 0 for 3. Gerard works himself into a 2-1 count. As the rain that was north of us is now branching a little south, and the 2-1 going to miss, ball 3. And it is, according to my calculations, about 65 degrees. That one's skied, shallow right, Trey Hansen. Makes the grab for out number 2.
Second baseman, number 17, Luke Swatek.
Brings up Luke Swatek. 0 for 3 as well, grounded out to third. Flew out to left and grounded out to short. Coming up here in the top of the 7th again, we are all knotted up at 3 apiece. He watches skip in there, ball one. Elk Point Jefferson got all three of their runs in the fourth inning on 3 hits. They also stranded 2 on base with a walk and a hit by pitch. Grounded down the line by Swadek, and Carter Hansen with a little bit of help there from Connor Peterson. Lets that one bound foul. Evens with the count at 1-1. For Vermillion, they've gotten 1 run each in the first, the third, and the 6th innings. On 4 hits, 2 Elk Point Jefferson errors. They've also stranded 4 on base. There's been no Vermillion errors so far. Elk Point Jefferson has 4 hits, and they've stranded 5. Peterson deals. It's going to just miss for ball 2. 2-1. The Twins are up 11-1.
You should buy a lottery ticket.
I should. They also are playing the Guardians, so take that as you will. They've had a bit of a cupcake schedule recently. Played the White Sox, then the Angels, and the Guardians. So let him pick up any runs we can. Swadek draws a walk. First walk issued by Connor Peterson. Brings up Keaton Gale. He's 1 for 3, grounded out to short, singled and scored in the 4th, and flew out to center. These skies one fouled on the first base line, nailed a car. Not sure if it was the hood or the windshield or the top. Again, Spencer Buley. That's why you don't park over there.
I've seen enough. I'm convinced. And I see a water droplet, I believe.
Gale's going to rip one, but it's going to go foul over to the EPJ bullpen area. Yeah, there have been a couple of water droplets. I got a couple here on my sheet.
Yep, we're getting a little bit of sprinkles.
Fantastic weather report from Texas native Spencer Buley. 0-2 skied in foul territory. Moskowitz ranges over and is just over that foul fence. We'll reset and do the 0-2 again. Again, the crowd that's here, they all came in shorts and T-shirts and suntan lotion and everything, and now it's all long pants, long sleeves, and blankets. Unlike Spencer and I, we're just wearing the same thing. Gale rips one to right center, ranging over his robe, and he will make the grab out there in deep right center field for out number 3. Elk Point Jefferson, no runs, no hits, no errors, and they strand 1 on base. After 6.5, it's 3-3 here at Prentice Park. Back with the bottom half of the 7th inning after this.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Hayden Christofferson will pop out to the pitcher, Keaton Gale, who at the start of this inning has 71 pitches through 6 complete innings. And he has shown no signs of slowing down. Elk Point Jefferson showing no signs of pulling him. He's already out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Carson Preister, 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th. Watches ball number 1. Watches strike number 1. He was with the count 1 ball and 1 strike. And according to our chief meteorologist, Spencer Buley, it's not getting any warmer outside. Direct quote that was said in the break. Preister, sharp grounder over to 3rd. Harity throws over, and it took Schatzwell off the bag. Carson Preister will advance on the throwing error by Wyatt Harity. Made a good snag over there at 3rd base, just the throw took Schatzwell off the bag.
Yeah, it was a great scoop as well, but like you said, just a touch too far off, and now Vermillion turning it over to the top of the lineup here. A little bit of momentum.
By the way, last temperature check, it's now 63 degrees. It feels like 60, so the temperature has dropped just about 20 degrees since first pitch at 6 o'clock. That's South Dakota for you.
There you go. I know it.
First pitch to Nygren, skied. Shallow right. Van de Weert will come on and make the grab. F9 for out number 2. Brings to the plate. Mikey Robe, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3. Lined out on 2 hard hit balls in the 1st and the 3rd. And grounded out in the 5th. And Preister there at first base. Keaton Gale, this is delivery number 77. Robe squares, and he's going to pull back at the last second. Called a strike. But Preister will snag the bag.
That's huge. You've already seen Preister take advantage of his speed, scoring on a sac fly earlier in this game, and now with him over at second, single from Mikey Robe is big.
Again, that sac fly was the solo run in that 3rd inning for Vermillion. They scored in the 1st, 3rd, and 6th. Trying to score again in the 7th. Robe rounds one up the middle slowly. Van Rokel comes on. Bad hop. Throws it over. Not in time. Preister just about went, but he will go back to 3rd. Infield single for Mikey Robe advances Carson Preister to 3rd. Now with runners in the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Connor Peterson has a chance to end it right here.
Pitcher number 1, Connor Peterson.
Connor Peterson steps up, 1 for 3. First pitch, strike called at the belt. And Robe on first, Carson Preister on 3rd. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Peterson, the now pitcher, up to the plate. Swings, drives one high, out into right. Van de Weert playing the wind will make the grab. F9 for out number 3 for the 2nd time in as many games. We're playing extra innings here for Vermillion Tanager baseball. Vermillion does not get any runs on a hit. 1 EPJ error, 2 left on base. After 7 full innings of play, we're heading to the extra 8th inning. It's tied at 3-3. Back with those extra innings after this.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. First batter, Ashton Fairbanks, swings at the first pitch he sees for, if I'm not mistaken, the fourth inning in a row. The EPJ Huskies are down 1 out on the first pitch of the inning.
They're aggressive, but it's tough to square up that first pitch you see. You know, it's you don't really have a feel for the timing yet, especially this is a lot of them their first time seeing Peterson on the mound.
Brody Van Rokel is up to bat. He's 1 for 2. Popped out to Trey Hansen. He rips one on the right side of the infield. 4-1 is the put out as Connor Peterson recovers and gets the bag for out number 2. Brings up Wyatt Harity. He is 2 for 3, 2 singles, an RBI, and a fly out right beside the backstop to Tate Haig for the second out of the 6th inning. Watches a called strike number 1 here in the top of the 8th. And thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. Next action we'll have here is on Saturday. That's the next home game as well for Vermillion. They will turn right around and head to Freeman tomorrow to take on a very good Canastota Freeman Marion team. And then they will play Baltic and Beresford in a triangular on Saturday. 2-1, going to run inside, ball 3 to Wyatt Harity.
And now we've got some pretty heavy rain coming down.
3-1, called a strike. As not too worried about my iPad here. That'll be fine. I'm worried about my paper. I won't be able to see pretty soon. Harity fouls one back to the backstop as the rain's coming down, and it might be coming from about the Centerville area, and the wind's just blowing it this way. As you look out in left field, and the sun's trying to poke out between the clouds. 3-2, 2 outs. That one's lined right over to Moskowitz at first. L3 for out number 3 in the top of the 8th. So Elk Point Jefferson, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. After 7.5, it's 3-3. Vermillion with another chance to win it here in the bottom of the 8th after this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey kids! This month, it's time for Grossenberg's Coloring Contest. Get it off your April calendar, or just stop into any of the Grossenberg 9 locations and pick up a coloring sheet. All you have to do is color it and bring it back to any of Grossenberg Implement's parts departments and be eligible for a $100 gift certificate. This is good for any child from 6 till 12 years old. See any of the Grossenberg locations for more information today.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Trey Hansen sees one pitch, lines it out into left. Hansen makes the grab for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. That is now the 6th first pitch of the inning out here in the ball game. And there was also another one on the 2nd pitch of the inning. And lump those in. 7 very early outs here in the ball game. As the rain has let up a little bit, it's still sprinkling. Wouldn't really call it much of a rain anymore. There's wind playing tricks with it.
It's raining sideways.
And then again, you look out into left field, and the sun is just about out, down the left field line. Jack Moskowitz, the batter. It's a 1-1 count. Again, Keaton Gale still up to the plate, or still up on the mound. That was just pitch number 84 for Keaton Gale through 7 1/3 innings. As the wind now swirling a little bit. 1-2, they're going to say he went. Ball went back to the backstop. And on the drop, third strike as Shatswell reapplies his foot. Let's strike out number 4 for Keaton Gale. Here in the ball game, and my paper is getting very difficult to read now. So I'm going to sit back here for a while, Spencer. You just let me know what's going on. Tate Haig, the batter for Vermillion. Officially 0 for 2 in the ball game, trying to get something started for Vermillion in the bottom of the 8th. Watches ball number 1 again. This is a Vermillion team that lost 2-1 to Parkston Ethan on Saturday in an 11-inning contest. Big swing and a miss. Evens at the count 1-1. Again, Elk Point Jefferson, 3 runs on 4 hits, all of them in that 4th inning. Vermillion, 3 runs on 5 hits and 3 Elk Point Jefferson errors. They've stranded 6 runners. Looper out into right field. That's down for a base hit for Tate Haig. Trying to get a little 2-out rally going for Vermillion. 6th hit of the ball game. First for Haig. Now he'll get ran for. Out at first. Corbin Heckens is going to be the courtesy runner once again. Brings up Carter Hansen. 0 for 3 with a grounder back to the pitcher, a fielder's choice, and a grounder over to short. And got decent wheels over there at first base as Gale checks over. Heckens pops right back up as that ball just about got past Shatswell. Heckens' little half step extra. Gale fires in. Carter Hansen grounds over to second. Swadek makes the play. 4-3 for out number 3. Really no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. After 8 complete innings, we are still knotted up 3 runs apiece. Back with the top of the 9th after this.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no-obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Fans, welcome back. Top of the 9th inning here at Prentice Park. Vermillion and Elk Point knotted up 3 apiece. Neither team got a run across in the game-deciding 8th, so we'll go back to a game-deciding 9th. Levi Hansen will line one out into right field. Base hit for Levi Hansen. 3rd time getting on base here in the ball game. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. He walked in the 6th. And now he is singled here in the 9th. And that brings up Jace Schatzwell. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking, a hit by a pitch, and a fielder's choice. Quickly, 1 on, no outs here in the top of 9. Schatzwell squares. It's going to not roll foul, but Peterson will grab it and get the tag. 1 unassisted for out number 1. Again, we've had a couple of those bunts bounce foul, stay fair just a little bit, and that one was about as dead straight down that first base line as we've seen.
Yeah, it was off the bat. It looked like it might have a chance of spinning into foul territory, but it was great recognition by Peterson to quickly grab it, because if he, sits there and lets that go, then all of a sudden you got 2 on with nobody out. But an out to work with here for the Vermillion defense.
Drew Gary, the designated hitter, is 0 for 3. Watches strike 1 and ball 1 inside. Struck out looking in the 3rd. Grounded out to second base in an inning double play in the 4th. And now he's going to get hit in the back of his head. So we're going to take some time, make sure that Drew Gary is all right. Now 2 runners on, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And now John Gale's talking with Scott Landy, our home plate umpire. And now we're going to get our umpires together. Nick Prouty is going to be number 3. We got a runner. At first is Nick Prouty.
Pitch runner, number 3, Prouty. Catcher number 14, Grayson Gerard.
Brings up the top of the order. And Grayson Gerard, he's 0 for 4.
Well, Cole, I think if you're going to walk somebody, that was the spot to do it with a runner on second and first base unoccupied. Now you got force outs everywhere on the bright side for Vermillion's defense. Lots of double play opportunities in a lot of areas with 1 out.
And Levi Hansen at second. Prouty, the pinch runner, at first. And Gerard grounded out to short, grounded to second, flew out to left, popped out to Trey Hansen and shallow right. Have been his 4 at-bats so far. Works himself into a 1-1 count. Peterson fires. It's grounded over to third. Carter Hansen, he will snag it, and he will step on the bag for out number 2. So Gerard advances on the fielder's choice. Hansen is gunned down.
Second baseman number 17, Luke.
There you go. The walk comes in handy. Easy play for Carter Hansen over at third.
Brings up Luke Swadek. He is 0 for 3. Grounded to third, flew out to left, grounded to short, and walked. Have been his 4 plate appearances. Again, here in the top of the 9th inning, runners on first and second for Elk Point Jefferson. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count 1-1. And Connor Peterson on the mound just trying to prevent anything going for Elk Point Jefferson. Give his Tanager offense a chance in the bottom of the 9. 1-1 grounded sharply over to the Vermillion dugout and foul. Again, rain is still coming down, lightly but sideways. Again, it might be falling from Centerville and just blowing down. We'll get everybody reset. Connor Peterson fires, grounded up the right side of the infield, and it's going to be through for a base hit. Pricer fields and fires home. Prouty did not run. It would have been a decent throw as it was pretty good on line. Base hit for Luke Swadek, and just like that, Spencer, Elk Point Jefferson with a good chance here, bases loaded.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there to drive one right on the ground. Hard hit ball in the 3-4 hole, but also, as you mentioned, a great throw from Pricer out in right field. I think that had they sent Prouty from third, I don't think he would have made it. I think Pricer would have had a hose to his name. So smart play, and bases juiced, have a little conversation at the mound, get everybody on the same page.
Bases juiced. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Between the number 2 and number 5 teams here in Region 1B. Vermillion trying to recover from a close 2-1 loss in 11 innings up at Parkston on Saturday. We'll get everybody set. Keaton Gale is the batter for EPJ. First pitch, driven out into right, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Pricer couldn't get there in time. 1 run will score. A second run will come across. A 2 RBI single for the pitcher, Keaton Gale. And just like that, Elk Point and Jefferson with the 5-3 lead.
Yeah, Pricer wasn't quite as quick out in right field to fire this one into the cutoff. And I think that's kind of what allowed that second run to come across for EPJ. It's a big run scored.
And now a grounder down the line. Fairbanks rips it just fair. Another RBI single for EPJ here in the top of the 9th. This time Ashton Fairbanks. And just like that, a 6-3 lead for EPJ.
And just riding the momentum now. You get those 2 runs across. You get the 1 extra insurance run, and now everybody in the following footsteps gets to feel freed up at the plate. It just becomes a snowball effect.
Brody Van Rokel, the batter for Elk Point and Jefferson. He's 1 for 3. Again, Fairbanks at that point was 0 for 3 as well. A rip one right side of the infield. Trey Hansen fires over in time. 4-3 put out for out number 3. But Elk Point Jefferson does their damage. 3 runs on 4 hits, and they strand 2 on base. After 8.5 innings played here at Prentice Park, Elk Point Jefferson 6, Vermillion 3. Back with the bottom of the 9th after this.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back. Bottom of the ninth between Vermillion and Elk Point and Jefferson here on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch. Alongside me, our chief meteorologist, Spencer Buley, who again noted that it has not gotten any warmer, but the rain has let up here at Prentice Park. That's the official weather report. Keaton Gale now at 92 pitches. Started the inning at 90. Has Hayden Christofferson down in an 0-2 count. Big swing and a miss on a high fastball for strike number 3. That is strikeout number 5 for Keaton Gale, trying to get himself a complete game victory on the mound for Elk Point Jefferson. Again, don't really ever hear that in a 7-inning game, let alone a game that's gone to 2 extras.
Have himself a full college MLB game pitched. If he can close this out.
Carson Price to the batter. Going to lace one down the third base line. Harity can't get it. It was a hot shot. Officially rule that one an infield single over there to third base. Pricer's second hit of the ball game for him. Again, he had that rip out into left field. Bounced on the warning track for a double and also scored. He also advanced in the 7th on an error and gets stranded at third base. Rings at the top of the order, and Nolan Nygren, who is 1 for 3. Comes up 1 out. Pricer on first, down 3 runs. First pitch from Gale. That one's skied down the right field line and foul into the EPJ bullpen area. Nygren singled on a bunt and scored in the first. Brought Pricer home on a sac fly in the third, flew out to center and flew out to right for his 4 at-bats. Keaton Gale stepping up. This will be delivery number 96. One's grounded right back up the middle, right to the second base bag. It's fielded by Van Rokel, but the play at second is not in time. Again, that ball was directly up the middle, about as dead center on second base as you can get, and neither defender could get to the bag on time.
Yeah, working the small ball here. A couple infield hits for the Tanagers, and just like that, all of a sudden, you got the tying run up at the plate.
Mikey Rode, the batter, singled his last time up back in the 7th inning. A line out, and a ground out. Man, his other 3 at-bats. First pitch, wanted that one, just swung a little bit too late.
Yeah, it's a good breaking ball that kind of tied him up. Seen that happen a couple times.
Gale checks Pricer and fires in. That one's going to be down and away. Ball 1.
The rate it's going, Gale's probably going to need a double play here if he wants to finish this one out. 98 pitches, it looks like.
Pitch number 99 on the 1-1 count in there, called strike number 2. Gale resets himself, shrugs off a couple signs, finally agrees to one. Pitch number 100. Checked and fouled. They're going to say foul or dead. They're going to check it with our second base umpire. I'm going to check it back on our replay here. Didn't swing. That's ruled out for sure, and there we go. Got it confirmed. Hit by a pitch.
Hey, ball and play, let's go.
So Robe goes to first, Nygren to second, Preister to third, and now I get a conversation on the mound for John Gale. That was pitch number 100. Conversation with Gale, Gerard, and head manager. In bottom of the ninth, 6-3 in favor of Elk Point Jefferson. Bases loaded for Vermillion. Keaton Gale trying to work out of this one. He's got 5 pitches left. But again, through 8 1/3 inning, that's pretty impressive work.
And I'm sure that conversation here is just probably pitch to contact, bases loaded. You know, you have a 3-run cushion. You don't need to get this out necessarily. What you can't do is try too hard, make errors in the field, and force something that you don't need to force.
Connor Peterson, the batter, he's 1 for 4 on the ball game. Gale out of the full windup. First pitch swung on, driven down the left field line, and it is foul. Down left field. That was close. Got everybody up on their feet.
That was crushed. You got every bit of that. We've seen him, Preister, both those guys have put ropes into left field.
And Preister on third, Nygren on second, Robe on first. Plenty of speed on the bags. Peterson fouls one back. Straight over the net. Brings the count to 0-2.
Hey, Smart.
Again, 6-3, bottom of the ninth. Keaton Gale, this will be pitch number 103 through 8 1/3. Downstairs, Peterson held back. Brings the count to 1-2. Gale resets. Temperature still dropping. Wind still blowing here at Prentice Park. 8:05 p.m. 1-2. Going to miss outside. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Delivery number 105 on the 2-2 count. Called strike 3 outside part of the plate. 6th strikeout of the ball game for Keaton Gale. 2nd of the inning.
It's 105. 105. 105. 105. He's thrown 105. 105. I'm official up here. It's 105. Whatever. He's thrown 105. He can start with 105 this inning. Okay.
Two outs, bottom of the ninth. Keaton Gale steps up. This is, no matter what, his final batter. Trey Hansen up to the plate for Vermillion. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Yes. 1-0, skied. Shallow in the infield. Shatswell comes over into foul territory, and he will make the grab for out number 3. Vermillion, they load the bases.
No runs on 2
on 2 hits. And that is how the final score will read. EPJ 6 and Vermillion 3. Keaton Gale, winning pitcher. 9 complete innings pitched, allowed 8 hits, 3 runs, just 1 was earned, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts on officially 107 pitches. For Vermillion, again, Hayden Christopherson came on, 6 innings to start, 4 hits, 3 runs, which are all earned, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. And Connor Peterson in relief, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs all earned, a walk, and no strikeouts on 43 pitches. Vermillion will fall to 5-3 on their season, 5-3 as well against Class B teams. Elk Point Jefferson will move to 5-1 on their season and continue to move up these Region 1B and Class B seed point rankings. Bring in my broadcast partner, Spencer Buley. Spencer, it seemed like Vermillion definitely had plenty of chances in the ball game. Stranded 10 runners on base, but just quite could not get that one run across when they needed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a loss you can hang your head about. That's the first thing to consider is you just took the number 2 team, nearly upset them. At one point you had a lead, and I thought that Vermillion executed very well early on in this game, but then as you mentioned, as it progressed, they just couldn't find a way to get that run across to break the tie and had a tough time adding to their 2-run lead, especially when they went down 3-2, but I mean, like I said, you took the number 2 team through 9 innings. I mean, it was very competitive right up until the end. So even that last inning, bottom of the 9th, I mean, you got bases loaded. 1 hit changes this whole thing. So I think it's a great game from Vermillion, and they fought hard and they fought well, and you can't hang your head about it.
And for Vermillion, it was, really just the big innings that they led up the 4th and the 9th, where they each let up 3 apiece. It just seemed like at some points both pitchers struggled a little bit, but still, throughout majority of the ball game, except for those 2 innings, they seemed to battle through just about everything that they got thrown at them.
Yeah, both great games. Christopherson just a couple tough stretches here and there, but both of them did a very good job pitching to contact, letting the ball get put in play, letting their defense work, but they also, put a handful of Ks out there to get some work done themselves.
Again, final score here in 9 innings, 6-3. Second time in as many games Vermillion has taken their opponent to extra innings. Just cannot quite get over that hump. They'll fall to 5-3. Next action for Vermillion at Canastota Freeman Marion tomorrow. And then on Saturday they will host Beresford at 1 o'clock. Beresford and Baltic will play at 3:30. And then Vermillion and Baltic will play at about 6 o'clock. Hoping to have all 3 of those games right here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. From my broadcast partner, Spencer Buley, I've been Cole Larsch. Thanks for tuning in to this 9-inning marathon. We'll see you right back here at Prentice Park on Saturday. Until then, everyone survive this severe weather, survive the cold that's upcoming, and have a wonderful week.